I think they've already resigned to the fact that the engagements are not going to be forced by their own squad, and they're okay with that. And the reason for it is, as we saw last battle, Storm Spirit engaged on the Venomancer, but they're okay with that. They'll lose a they'll lose a Venomancer for both of the late game carries, both the Necrolite and the Storm Spirit. So they realize that they don't actually have to all go Blink Daggers or whatever. And watch this, they're taking out mid tower as well. So, and as a result, if they just bulk up on health, they can withstand. The spell damage is not going to scale past their health. And yeah, he is going to be around. Earthshaker will be around to cast his Fissure. There's that's just what's going to happen. And in fact, actually, man, to think that it was 10-1 in favor of. Actually, it's still 17-9 in favor of LGD.sGty, but it definitely feels like they're losing. So
they're definitely losing. Look at Mirax. I mean, this is a time where you can't just rely on a hero score to tell the tale. I mean, if you tell 17-9, you would expect the Mirax to be lost by EHome, but definitely they are winning. So I mean, if in the shoes of LGD right now, what can they do? Are they gonna jump on that sniper? Because sniper right now is the most defenseless hero, and right now defenseless or not, he has another ultimate orb to his and he's going Scotty. Wow.
So I mean, what I think they have to do is what they're doing right now, and they're basically, first of all, they have lost a lot of map control, and they've got to gain that back. And once they do that, that's the first step. And the next step is using that map control. They do have to pick off a hero. And once they pick off a hero, I do think they can win actually a team battle if they can pick off a pivotal hero. I don't think they're too far behind. They have enough Disable where if they go into a 5-on-4 battle, I think they can win it. But I don't think they can win a 5-on-5 battle at this moment. So they've got to use that gem to their advantage. They've got to take out some wards, and but EHome's not stupid. They're sticking together. Look at this. They have like this 5-man squad going around with Vengeful Spirit in the middle, so if anyone ever gets picked off, Vengeful Spirit will just like swap them. It's like ultimate protection defense with all these wards going up. I do want to make a comment. I had wondered why EHome was putting, why it was so pivotal that they were giving Venomancer like a solo lane. Because, I mean, was it really that important that he got with Vanguard? But when I actually think about it, what was really important is that he was that level 8. He was like level 9 when we saw a very successful LG. Oh, by the way, an engagement going on, and wow, YYF has no chance to do anything. He has to run away thanks to Sniper just really tearing into him, and this is not looking good when ZSMJ, despite getting tanky items, has to go, basically he Ghost Scepters before he can even cast a spell. So, not too good. Anyway, back to, as I was saying, oh man, maybe I'll get back to that point in a second. They're now pushing in on the Roshan. Do you think that they're going to go for try to defend this?
No, that Storm Spirit ported back. There's really no way. They might. No, that the Roshan's going back too quickly, and maybe they're gonna go in. We see Lina. He's gonna LSA. He does grab 2 hero though. Let's see, gonna focus on Sniper. Oh no, Sniper is gonna get the Aegis now. No, Earthshaker grabs the Aegis. He was afraid that there's gonna be a steal. Now big damage coming from the Earthshaker. They're gonna pick off the Earthshaker. He does have the Aegis, oddly, and they're gonna go for the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend is gonna get picked off, and they're gonna go for Sniper's next. Sniper might be in trouble. Sniper is just like a couple hits away. They are gonna pick off the Sniper. So the first mistake we see from EHome there, and that's gonna pay. They are gonna pick off the Earthshaker as well, and that is an entire team wipe, and that is a mistake we're looking for. But thankfully for EHome, they do have the big creeps and mids. So do we get buybacks from the Scourge? No, they don't have buyback. Sniper does have buyback gold, but he's holding on it for now. Shadow Fiend's back. He does have the cheese as well, but he need to grab some souls, so he's not going to be too effective. No, LGD is forced to defend at this point, and EHome could breathe safely for now.
Wow, and yeah, that was huge. They just the creeps happened to be pretty far pushed into Sentinel territory, and that was absolutely huge because basically there was a fully rejuvenated LGD did not take too many losses that last battle. Everyone was pretty much close to full health and full mana. A very successful team fight, but they were not able to really execute anything. Anyway, I want to get back to what I was saying before about I was a little bit confused about, or wondering at least, why they thought it was so important that they'd give a solo lane to the Venomancer. But when LGD was making that strong push on bottom tower, on the second tower, even though they had a very strong push and got like basically a team kill, it's important to note that because Venomancer had leveled up his wards to max, because he was a little over-leveled from having the solo lane, that actually, despite losing the fight, EHome had like 7 plague wards set up around their tower, and it significantly slowed down the push. So I think that was a pretty key factor.
Yeah, those wards definitely tank a lot, and especially not only do they tank, they also delay big push, like you say, especially when there's a sniper shooting at you at the back. There's a lot of shadow raises and fissures coming in from the back. It definitely delays every push, and it makes counter pushing extremely difficult here. As we see that, I mean, it also gives you a lot of positioning. Plague Ward is, I guess, one of the most imbalanced spells in the game, and I'm glad that Iceproc actually nerfed it a little bit by putting some bounty costs on it as well. So.
Yeah. And in fact, I do actually think that it has, in my opinion, the HP is a little bit too high. Like, it's incredibly high. That's just my opinion. Even I think it's important to increase the bounty, but I think they can still be effective, and not like take like 3 or 4 hits from a stacked sniper to bring it down. So, what is the exact health on it? I actually don't know. I just know it's a lot.
Yeah, actually I don't know. Maybe it's like 60 or something, but it feels like they take way more than 60 health worth of damage or whatever. So we do see a lot of big roaming here, and I'm gonna check on item progression. I mean, this game, if you look at everyone's farm, it doesn't feel like a 48-minute game. It doesn't feel like a 21-9 kind of farm. They have way more farm than they should, and a lot of it they didn't. I don't know how these Chinese players they get the farm. Like they are roaming as 5 both teams, so they're not hitting a lot of creeps, but they have crazy creep stats here. So let's look at how everyone's doing. Shadow Fiend is sitting at 261, Sniper sitting at 239, and Scotty's finishing on the Sniper. We do have Cheese, Manta, and Satanic on the Shadow Fiend. A lot of tank item on the rest of the team, and that's exactly what they need because we kind of went over it earlier. They want the tanking power. Meanwhile, the Visage does have a deep tuning fight going on. Sorry.
No. Anyway, Vengeful Spirit swapped Lina, but then Lina blinked at the same time, so like it basically negated the swap. Anyway, go on.
And we do see a Visage with Vlad as well. I think both teams has Vlad, so Veno has a Vlad too. So I mean, right now we do see the kind of the disabling power still on the Sentinel side, because they do have a lot of hexes, they have a lot of cyclones, but I think right now Sentinel, they need to focus on the Sniper. They need to kill the Sniper quick, but that doesn't mean they have won the battle yet, because Sniper, even you kill him, he will still have buyback gold, I think. No, he doesn't have that right now because he just bought a lot of shit. But
yeah, but he
what
does
he have? He has, he's going for Hood, so okay, that's
good
cool.
choice. Yeah, because, I mean, think about it. He beefed up his HP pool with his Strength Tread, Scotty, and Manta, and now he's just increasing that effective HP against this predominantly spell damage team. And, man, I think we've seen this before. If you have a spell damage team, if you have a Necrolite and a Storm Spirit, normally even if you just have one, your team's at a little disadvantage if the game goes, like, obscenely long. And especially when you have both, just the magic damage just ends up just not doing anything. So
yeah, this is a five intel squad coming from LGD, and I mean, it doesn't look like they're holding it. The only reason they're still in the game is because that crazy start they had, and right now they are really in a disadvantage.
Yeah, how often do you see? Look, they have more than double the hero kills, and they're severely behind, in my opinion. Like, I actually don't know. I don't give them much of a chance to win this game. I mean, if you think about it, everything went perfectly for them in that last team battle, and they ended up getting a team kill, and it didn't change their position in the game. They weren't able to push it all forward, and like it hardly hurt the farm. I mean, we're seeing like Snipers finishing Scotty's, and he's working on his Hood, and like everybody basically has everything they'd ever want on the EHome side. Maybe Vengeful Spirit feels a little bit left out, but I think Vengeful Spirit's a champ. She knows that,
She has 26 wards. I mean, look, she's so farmed. Farming and buying 26 wards. But I gotta say, this game is a prime example of positioning being the most important thing in Dota. I mean, I think in like 40 minutes into the game, we were saying how LGD is like, they are in big trouble. And in that one team fight where EHome is in that little concave within the Roshan area, that was really poor positioning. And because of the poor positioning, we saw LGD team wiping EHome. Like, it really doesn't matter what gear you have. Well, it kind of matters what gear you have, but the biggest thing about team fight is about positioning. It looks like Shadow Fiend has handed the cheese to the sniper, and that's another dangerous tool on that sniper. Sniper actually dropped his cloak or sold it or something, but he got the cheese, so that's cool.
Yeah, very important. And oh wow, okay, you gotta look at YYF's items. Although his items do look incredible, he actually will still get torn apart by a sniper. Like, the Lincoln's not gonna help you. The Shiva is definitely a good pick when you're, especially in this late game where anything to slow down, 25% attack speed reduction will actually be important. How often is that the important part of Shivas? Very seldom, but in this case it definitely will be. And fortunately, the mid push is actually going to force Nevermore to head back, and so I think that will delay a push from EHome on bot lane.
Delay the inevitable, but they're just trading farm right now. I can't say this is good for LGD.
Yeah, and oh wow, Nevermore's on his way to making making an Assault Cuirass, and so the minus damage is actually going to be pretty high, especially considering you're going against an all-int team. There's no Agi over there. We're going to have fairly low armor. This is going to be very effective. They're just going to tear him to pieces, I feel. Unless we see some mistakes, barring some mistakes from EHome, if maybe they make one or two of the similar mistakes to what lost them the last team battle, I really think the game is in their hands. So, I mean, if you think about it, like, ZSMJ, he's going to basically have to... Oh, and we are seeing an engagement! And there goes... Could this be the mistake? Could this be the mistake they were needing? And Burning is going to go down... Oh my god, he's at 200 health, and he pops the Satanic! He's actually going to live! This is ridiculous! Oh, but then ZSMJ is like, I've had enough, bitch! And he goes down. And then... Wow, but then we get an ult going off, and Sniper is tearing Vengeful Spirit to pieces. Now he's focusing on the Witch Doctor, tearing him to pieces as well. Although Earthshaker goes down, and we get another kill from Sherigan. Wow, perfectly placed. We're getting a blink going after, and look at that, a perfect cycle. And take a look at the Sniper. Although once Sniper comes off that, is he going to be able to do much? Turn around, Sniper. You're going to be able to kick some major ass right now. So,
I'm not sure why Lina's running here. He's waiting for LSA to cool down. LSA is going to cool down. Let's see him and pick him off. Oh, that is not going to be enough. Storm Spirit did not have enough mana, but this is a big break they had. Now they have the creep advantage as well, so they can do this push. Let's see if there's going to be any buyback. No one has a buyback. I gotta say, that's the biggest mistake EHome has, and that's not any positional mistake, that's not any item mistake, that's the mistake of not having buybacks. And buybacks are huge in a game like this, and I think they at the very least is gonna get the racks, mid racks. They might go for another lane though, but again, mana is the biggest issue at this point, especially on a Storm Spirit. It only has 800 mana at this point here. A Sniper could, in theory, defend. He's sending a Manta image up to kind of bait out any initiation. I don't think he's going to be stupid enough to fall for it. No, he did fall for it. Never mind that. And that is at least 500 mana gone. But he is gaining a lot back with his Hex and Shivas. They are using the glyph. They're delaying as much as possible. We do see Earthshaker back. That's like another couple more seconds of delay. I think they're going to lose mid racks, but that's it. They could hold this off. They could really hold this off. EHome still really, I think they're still in good position. Let's see if they can delay. This crypt is going to be gone. I think, they should fall back right now. They don't have any, they're good. They're good. They're good. I'm really worried for LGD right now.
Totally epic, though. That was well played. And if you notice, actually, okay, the ward died, but you know at that Scourge ward spot that just sees over everything of like the giant hill and Scourge ward area in the neutral area, LGD.sGty had a ward up there, and that is what spotted out the Nevermore, and Storm Spirit from mid lane ulted up there, and they took full advantage. So yeah, I was talking about this before, how really what LGD has to do is take advantage of the fact that you have the initiation power, which EHome has forfeited to you, and they're like, we don't need to initiate to win, and that's what LGD has to show them otherwise. So
he's going for the steal. No, he's not going to get the steal.
He didn't get it. But anyway, they're gonna. So if they can, although actually, if you think about it, all the words have now expired. I think they're gonna have to refresh these words because one more mistake like that, and like what we just saw, losing mid racks, and they'll take out maybe another racks, and that could actually turn the tables back in favor of SGTY.
I think it's
some more wording.
I definitely think it's okay for Shadow Fiend to. Well, I mean, it's definitely not okay, right? They lost the racks and everything. But if you think about it, if everyone had buybacks, they could have definitely avoided that. I think they should not get too ambitious with getting the next item. I think that was Shadow Fiend actually, like he just dropped like 4K finishing his AC. So If he didn't, he could have been okay in that position. And even if he got initiated upon, that team fight dragged out to a little bit where EHome looked like they had a chance, but it was just too much for LGD.